everyone, it's Dayru. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are installing IKEA Kitchen Cabinet. Today I'm going to share with you the secrets to getting an amazing installation with an IKEA cabinet. These are what the pros use. They're amazing. Now IKEA wants you to find the highest point of the floor, and how you do that with a level is super easy. You just need your spirit level. We're going to put it on the floor. I'm just going to take my tape measure and mark out 24 inches from the back of the wall to the front, because that's actually where your toe kick is going to be. And I'm just going to slide my level along the floor, and I'm just going to locate the high spot. So what this tells me is the low spot of my floor is over here. The high spot is on the other side of the concrete patch that I did last week. You can check that out in the description. And all I'm going to do is just mark out in pencil the high spot. And then we're going to take that measurement and put it on the wall. You'll want to take note of this. This is really important. We're looking for 32 and 3/16, super important. That is the measurement from the bottom of our finished floor with this measurement at the bottom of your rail. You do not want to measure from these holes because you're not going to get a good result if you're using the holes. IKEA actually wants you to install the base rail first. This is just how the system works. The highest point here, and we're just gonna drop that down. I'm using a big level here. Level, perfect. So I know that this is a stud here and right here. New construction, your spacing for studs will be every 16 inches. Older homes, basically a guessing game. IKEA will give you one of these. Acts basically like a washer. So put your head of your screw in there like so. Put it on your wall. Go for a stud. Now these are just designed so that you can level these up. You want to make sure it's straight so that the doors sit straight. Perfect. One of the biggest decisions you need to make is what type of screw you're going to use for your cabinet installation. And you have two big choices here: a wood screw versus a washer head screw. The bugle head screw, it is readily available. It's used to countersink into wood, and it has a very small bearing surface. Your washer head screw is designed with a large bearing surface for a secure installation and increase holding power. That's right, the cabinet screw is specifically designed for holding. This is what the pros use, myself included. It's really so much better. For some reason there is not a stud here, so we are gonna have to use a wall anchor. The biggest thing with wall anchors is I wanna make sure that it is rated, but I like to see minimum 85 or bigger, and I like to use a toggle anchor. These are self-drilling. Anchor in nice and tight. When it comes to measuring your cabinet so you can cut the rail so it doesn't stick out on either end, I like to just measure the total width of the cabinet. So this is two 24-inch cabinets for 48 inches. I'm just gonna take a 1/2 inch off of this side and a 1/2 inch off the other side, because we do not want our rails to stick out past the cabinets. You're now ready to put on the legs. This one is an end cabinet, so the leg is gonna be installed this way. I'm gonna flip this around. This is your mounting plate. This leg is gonna be shared. And then I'm just gonna take the foot, which is like this, and then we're just gonna install it like that. We are now ready to mount it on the wall. And you can also slide this a little bit into place. So this is a shared cabinet, so my foot, my other cabinet is gonna be rested on here. Just get my hand in there and make it touch the floor so we have contact. Most important part now is leveling up the cabinets and joining them together. At this point, you're gonna find that the back of your cabinet is level and the front isn't. We are super crooked. We're off by at least a 1/2 inch, if not 3/4 of an inch. So we're just gonna adjust our leg until we get it perfectly level, and I'm just gonna take the level and move it over. So now that we have adjusted our 3 legs at the front and now see that that is nice and level, what I see gets missed the most is level from side to side. And I would just check that 3 ways: in the middle and at the sides. Now that I have that looking good where I want it, you're gonna have to lock these in place. And I'm just gonna be using a flathead screwdriver to do that. And it's arrow up, quarter turn, arrow up, quarter turn. I'm just gonna repeat the process. And we're good to go on to the next step. And we just wanna make sure that this is nice and flush, and you can see it bites into the cabinet. And what you want to do is pre-drill your holes. You can just put a piece of tape, and then you know that you haven't gone too far. And that's just why I use tape, because I just want it to look really nice. So I'm gonna put one at the top, and this is just gonna pull our cabinets together. You want your screws to sit flush against the cabinet, and we're using a clamp to get a friction fit. When you have friction in a screw, the screws are gonna hold together better. This cabinet, I'm gonna have 3 screws and one at the bottom. Looking good, what you think? Our next video, part 2, is on installing an IKEA countertop. It's a laminate countertop with a drop-in sink. If you haven't done that before, absolutely watch the video. It's a tutorial for beginners. We all have to start somewhere, and this one I know you can do. Hit the like button if you found this helpful. Thank you so much, everybody.